Major outrage at one man's attempt at online public shaming. A self-identified journalist posted this photo of a Target store manager named Tori. The man claimed that he called the police after Tori refused to sell him an electric toothbrush worth about $80. The guy was upset because the price was mistakenly displayed as just 1 cent. The man claims that the law required the store to honor the price as advertised, but the store manager, she refused. The public shaming, however, has backfired. A GoFundMe page was set up to help support the manager, Tori, and it has raised about $30,000. Well, let's just start with the law, Emily. I looked at this and I saw that the statute says if there's a gross misrepresentation, there's no requirement for the store to sell you it for 1 cent.
Correct. He's totally wrong on the law. There is that exemption. It's for non-grocery items. And the gross error means that if it's worth over $20, which this was, then it would be if you posted the price less than a 20% discount. So clearly this falls within the exemption. And I think the larger point here is that this guy is a jerk. He is a waste of skin. He is not a journalist. He is a troll. He is the worst of humanity and the worst of Twitter. Not just this. After the multiple fatality shooting in Manchester, the arena with Ariana Grande, he immediately tweeted, "I almost died the first time I listened to her music too." And then he doubled down and he continued tweeting really disgusting jokes. And then his apology was, "I made a joke and I laughed," and he posted some GIF. And then when Anthony Bourdain called him out and called him a gaping, steaming a-hole,
oh, whoa.
After he died by suicide, this guy put on Twitter, look who's the gaping, steaming a-hole now, and called him selfish for dying by suicide. I don't know why Twitter hasn't taken him off the platform. I don't know why he has over 200,000 followers.
Right.
He is disgusting. Well, he needs to be taken off everything.
I don't think I can go rest my case.
Normally, I don't go to you to calm things down at the table, but I must ask that you use...
I will not use the word gaping.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, but this shows you how social media can be a minus and a plus. So you have a super creepy guy who's got a serious disorder, who wants to exact some weird punishment on some girl just doing her job. Maybe he has a thing against women. I don't know. That's the minus of social media, because it gives a nobody the chance to ruin somebody's life. But then you see the plus. You see this plus. You see Carpy Duncan start this this GoFundMe page to get like $5 grand for her. Turns out it gets 30 grand because people on social media also recognize what's going on and they decide they're going to help fix it. So on one hand, you have the worst of social media, and then on the other you have the best. You have a minus and a plus. So, and I think that, like, you know, hands off to Carpy for starting that thing. She's got 30 grand.
No, and also she tweeted that she is working with resources to find a cause that is worthy of your generosity and something you would all be proud to donate to. So she's not even going to keep the money.
Yeah, I think that was pretty awesome, because I think the idea was initially, here's some money to go on a vacation, get away from this, and she just said here on this.
No, I admire her.
But Jesse, it looks like it's become highly politicized, right?
How dare it become politicized?
I don't know how it became politicized, because I just think that it's obvious that what this guy did was wrong. But now it looks like mostly it's Trump supporters who are involved in the effort to try to set the record straight.
So you're complimenting the Trump supporters.
I didn't know about the politics. I sympathize with his plight, and here's why.
Okay.
I go to the dentist twice a year, and every time the dentist says, "So, Mr. Waters, are you using an electric toothbrush?" And every time I say no. And every time I can sense him judging me, like, Waters World, like, you can afford a $150 electric toothbrush. And I'll tell you what, I'm not paying $150 for an electric toothbrush when I can spend $6.99 and do it manually. Greg might have a fancy electric toothbrush, and he thinks himself a fancy lad, but I'm laughing all the way to the bank, baby, and my smile's just as bright.
Would you have bought it for 1 cent?
Yes.
Would you have done that? So would you have complained?
Yes. It's about the price and the principle.
Remember, he called the police.
And the principle.
He called the police.
Not the emergency line.